Greetings, this is Andy. I am the CEO and co-founder of TouchStay, and I was set a challenge. I was asked to create a guidebook from scratch in as fast a time as possible. My goal, just so you know before I start, is that I get this to 10 minutes or less. And if I have a little bit less than 10 minutes, I will do a couple of other things. And the goal is to show you that this isn't hard. And more importantly, it's to show you that despite you're hearing from me and you probably think, well, of course you're going to tell us it's easy, Andy. I want you to see it so you can actually see me doing it. There's no edits, there's no cutting, there's no clipping. You'll see the time on the left-hand side here. You'll see the time going, and that will allow you to know that I'm not cheating here. So I've already wasted 45 seconds and I want to get under 10 minutes. So let's go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to minimize myself. In fact, I'm going to remove myself for now. The very first thing I want to do is to take you to our knowledge base here. And the knowledge base is accessed from the help settings within your login area. And when you get to that page, you will click on, excuse me one second, you will click on Guidebook Essentials. And what I'm going to show you is how you can get a guidebook up and running in as fast a time as possible. I'm going to follow each of these steps to show you that it really doesn't take that long. So with that said, clock's already ticking, 1.5 minutes gone. Can I get this under 10 minutes? I will go. So first thing, how to contact you. So head to the account page and update your profile settings to include your contact details. These will display on the cover of your guide. So I've started here where you will all start. This is the very first thing you land on after you've signed up. I've created a brand new account. You go all the way to the top to account. You'll have a little edit profile button here. Click that. Here's where your name and your last name is. That's for us. So if we contact you, that's what we'll use. I'm not going to upload the logo yet. By default, it's the TouchStay one. You can upload your own logo later if you want. But the point of this is to get a guidebook up and running, and this is not critical at this stage. What do I want the message to say underneath my logo? I don't actually want to say Andy. I want to say welcome to Cape Town because my property is in Cape Town. And I want to update my email address if I want to. I'm not going to. Mine's Andy at made up email for the purposes of this. Just put in your email, put in your phone number, and you are done. Hit save. So that is step one. Complete, how to contact you. Step two, add a cover photo. This is the photo that appears on the front cover of your guidebook. And I'm going to go back to my guides page here, close this down. I'm actually going to launch the preview guide so you can see what happens when I change it. By the way, this is now where it says welcome to Cape Town, which I changed just now. What we're going to do is change this background photo. So I'm going to go to my guide name. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click edit desktop photo. I'm going to choose one from my hard drive, and I'm going to choose it from one I stored earlier. You'll have a folder somewhere where you keep your images, that's all. Go to that, upload it. This is quite a large photo I've chosen. Hit save, and that's now updated both the desktop version and the mobile version. So it defaults the mobile phone version to the same, which means if your guest accesses this from the phone, which by the way 80% or more of guests do, this is the photo it will use. If you want to have a different one for your desktop and your mobile, you just choose the relevant button. So if I go ahead and refresh the page, you'll see, ta-da, it's done. Okay, next thing, how to find your place. So this is effectively giving your guest directions. So what I tend to do here is to say, let's not reinvent the wheel. So we're going to go into Content Hub here. This is the first time you will have seen this, if this is the first time you're interacting with TouchStay. This is where all of your content is stored. Don't worry too much about that now, because as I do things now, you're going to see what I mean. So I want to change my driving directions. Well, that's in my arrival information section. So I click this teal bar to open it up, and it's under planning your arrival. So I click that to open it up. Oh, no, it's not, in fact. Bad mistake, Andy. It's under before you leave home. There's my driving directions. By the way, if you didn't like that and you wanted driving directions to be within your arrival section, guess what? You can move it. 6 dots next to any bit of content. Just drag and drop driving directions wherever you want. So I could do that, and now it is where I want it to be. Open that up. Go to my driving directions section here. It says the easiest way to navigate is to use the map on the bar right at the bottom of your screen. And once you're on the map, you'll see the blue house icon. This is where you're staying. Simply click it and then click Get Directions. It will open up Google Maps and the endpoint where you're staying will be filled in. So unless you've got really tricky directions, there's no need to reinvent the wheel and change this. If you have got tricky directions, zip, delete it and write what you want. No problem. I'm going to leave it as it is, and there's a nice photo that goes with it. I haven't changed anything, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Let me show you where that is. If I go here, I'll have to refresh my guide because I moved the driving directions into that new space. So having refreshed it, arrival information, driving directions, here's what it says. The easiest way to navigate is to tap Map on the bar right at the bottom of your screen, right here. Once on the map, you'll see the blue house icon. This is where you're staying. Simply click it and then click Get Directions. So let's see, there it drops. Click it, Get Directions. It opens up Google Maps with the home and the directions. So that's that bit. That's nice and easy. So we have done the how to find your place. Now, how to access your place. So that is in a similar spot under arrival information, but it's under planning your arrival. And here's access codes or instructions because some of you may not have a keypad. We give you a few things here so you can choose which one you want. Access code, pick up keys from an address that you specify, meet and greet. I happen to be access code at my place, so I'm going to delete all of that. We'll provide you with an access key code prior to arrival. This will allow you to check yourself into the property. Please make sure you receive the code before you travel. If you haven't, please contact us before setting off. There's nothing worse than arriving somewhere new, not being able to get in. I'm going to say this though. Your access code will automatically be set as the last 4 digits of the mobile phone number you provided to us when you booked. Nice, eh? Because then they know that's all they need. Done that. Okay, how to connect to the Wi-Fi. Most important thing, isn't it? So let's go down to the Wi-Fi section, go into the Wi-Fi here, click this, and we're going to call this the password. The ID of this is router 123. You'll know what yours is. If you don't have a particular router ID and you just want to put a password, just put a password. That's fine. Let me in. It's the password. Hit save. Okay, we've done that one. Any essential appliance instructions. Now, this is the only area where I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to do that at this point in time because you'll all have different appliance instructions. You'll all decide what you think is critical for the guest to see or not. So I'll leave that one. Top 5 local restaurants. So we head to the local area guide, to restaurants. Add. We're going to use Google Place because that allows you to search the restaurant within Google and then it adds it automatically to Touch Day. So I'm going to list Osteria Tarantino, which is this one right here. And it is a restaurant. And I'm going to click next because I'm also going to say this, this is hands down the best Italian restaurant on the Western Cape. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to add another one. And this one I'm actually going to add in Belly of the Beast. There it is, right there. Again, it is a restaurant. Save. Next one is Jerry's Burger Bar. So let's go. This is a good place. So let's go here. Jerry's Burger Bar. And there we are. That's the one I want to use there. Eating and drinking. Restaurants. And you can see I'm already not going to make 10 minutes because that's because I waffled at the start. This one's a good one. The Dogs Bollocks at Yard. This is a great beer and brew place, so we're going to do that here. We're actually going to call it restaurant because it's restaurant as well. I'm going to save it. Then we do the last one is Bouchon Bistro. It's this one right here, Cape Town. Again, this is also a restaurant. And we'll hit save. Right, so that's the restaurants done. Top 5 things to do. Okay, same process, but now we're going to go to entertainment and activities. And we're going to add a Google Place and this one. Well, who could go to Cape Town without going to Table Mountain? Of course. So we're going to add that. We're going to call this one tourist stuff, and we're going to call this one sightseeing. Those labels that I'm picking, by the way, they determine the kind of pin to put on the map. So Battery Park at the V&A Waterfront, there it is. And this one is more like, it's actually more like shopping. So what I'm going to do is go to, I'm going to find out where my shopping one is. Shopping. And we're going to call this one Retail Shop Stores. Okay, save. And we're going to add another one, and this one we're going to call, this is Fly Cape Town. Fly Cape Town paragliding, there we go. And we're going to call this one, let's have a look. So this one's a bit more active, isn't it? So this one's active, and we might call this one Adventure Activities. So let's go there, save that one. We're going to add Two Oceans Aquarium, there it is. And this one is activities. Let's have a think, where should this one be? Activity, maybe it's tourist stuff. Let's go for entertainment and activities. There we go. Save. And then, of course, when you go to Cape Town, you have to go to Robben Island. There it is. And we're going to go to, what is this one? You can see this is the one that you spend the most time on. This one is probably, it's either sightseeing or entertainment. So I'm going to say sightseeing, to be honest. Let's go to there, save. All right, now, what have we got left to do? So we're almost done. Nearest grocery store. So let's go ahead and add that. And we're going to add that under grocery shopping here. Add. And obviously, you know, you'll be able to type these in as fast as I am because you know your area. So you'll know exactly what you're going to be recommending. Now, optional here, with grocery stores, I tend to not include the photo because I don't think it's that relevant, and sometimes they're really horrible. So I would go with that. That's grocery shopping, save. And there it is. I could add more if I wanted to. Okay, what have we got left? Well, simply delete or hide the stuff you don't need. So what we could do is we could go ahead and refresh this guide, and we'll have things like down here. We've now got the Wi-Fi populated. We've now got the local area guide populated with the things that we added. We have already got the thank you message already pre-populated there. You don't need to do anything. We have got stuff like the arrival information, so we had the access codes, we had the driving directions. Now if there's stuff in here that you think, well, I kind of think that that's important to include, but I haven't got time now to do it because I just wanted to build an essentials guide, nice and easy. Let's collapse everything. Let's say that I do not want to include at the moment useful contact numbers because on the front of my guide it has the contact details. So in that case, what I would do is I would come here, I would open this up, and the way to hide stuff is you either delete it by going to delete, or you edit it and you remove this tag by clicking on it. It goes into a grayed out status. See, it's disappeared. That simply means this hasn't been deleted, because you've still got it here if you want to add it back later, but you've removed it from the guidebook view. That's all you've done. I don't want to delete. Edit topic, scroll down, click it to hide it, click save. When you go back and you now add the information to this, all you have to do to make it public in your guidebook is to open it up, scroll to the bottom and turn it back on again and hit save. That's it. So there you have it. We are just under 14 minutes and 1.5 minutes of that was me waffling away, but we got to the end. So if some of you want to stay with this a couple of minutes longer, I am going to go here on before you leave home under local weather. I'm going to delete what was there before, hit delete, and I'm going to add our weather widget topic right here. And that allows you to say current weather. This basically puts a live weather forecast in your guide. Choose which measurement you want, and the same with wind speeds. I'll include a 5-day forecast, hit submit. And what that's now done inside your guide is it's added under before you leave home under weather, a weather widget which updates with the current forecast. So that was a little extra. So I'm going to stop there. We're a little under 15 minutes. Basically, this did take me about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So hopefully you can see it's really easy. And to be honest, if you spent another half an hour at it, you could really put some final touches to it and have a fantastic guide to use straight away. I hope you found that helpful. See you next time. Bye.